Every era of football has a name that seems to arrive too early. A teenager who plays like he's already lived 100 matches at the highest level. In this era, that name is Lamine Yamal. But before the records, the trophies, and the headlines, there was a child. A child born into an ordinary family, living in ordinary streets, with an extraordinary love for the ball. Lamine Yamal Nasraoui Abana was born on July 13, 2007, in Esplugues de Llobregat, a town on the edge of Barcelona, Spain. His story begins in small apartments, narrow streets, and concrete parks far from the tourist postcards of Barcelona. His father, Monir Nasraoui, came from Morocco. His mother, Sheila Abana, came from Equatorial Guinea. Two journeys from Africa to Spain, two different cultures, two different worlds, meeting in Catalonia and building a life. Their son would carry all of these inside him: Moroccan roots, Equato-Guinean roots, Spanish identity. He grew up in places most visitors never see. One of them would become famous because of him: Rocafonda, a tough neighborhood in Mataró. The block Rocafonda 304 was more than an address. It was home. Later, when the world watched him on television, his 304 hand gesture after goals would point back there, reminding everyone that his talent came from the concrete, not from comfort. As a child, Lamine watched his father and older cousin play football in the park opposite their building. He was just one more kid chasing a ball. But when you watch carefully, you can tell when a child moves differently. Even at a young age, everyone saw how naturally the ball followed his feet. Before he could even walk properly, his life brushed against football royalty. As a baby, he appeared in a UNICEF photo campaign next to Lionel Messi. At the time, it meant nothing beyond a picture. Years later, when Lamine began to shine in Barcelona's colors, the photo resurfaced. People looked at it and said, "How is this possible?" The next star in the arms of the last legend. A coincidence? Maybe. A symbol? Definitely. His first organized team was CF La Torrida, a local club where many kids begin. It was here that the raw energy of park football started to become something more structured. Here, coaches saw that he had more than enthusiasm. He had awareness. He had courage with the ball. He wanted the ball at his feet, always. In 2014, when he was just 7 years old, FC Barcelona saw him. Scouts had watched him in those concrete parks of Rocafonda, and his father walked him straight into the club offices, asking one simple question: "Do you want my son to play for Barcelona?" Barcelona did. He joined La Masia, Barcelona's famous youth academy, at 7. La Masia is not just a training ground. It's a factory of football identities. It produced names like Xavi, Iniesta, Guardiola, Messi. The walls carry stories of hundreds of young players. Some of those stories end quietly. A few become legends. For Lamine, arrival at La Masia was both opportunity and challenge. He was coming from Rocafonda, from a neighborhood called one of the most deprived zones in Catalonia and Spain. He was stepping into a world where football is art, science, and business all at once. From the beginning, coaches noticed he was different. Not the tallest, not the strongest, but his technique, his confidence, his imagination, all beyond his age. He could play as a striker, as a right winger, as an attacking midfielder. Always left-footed, always daring. At La Masia, he ran through age categories faster than anyone in his generation. Where many players stay with their age group, Lamine was constantly moved up. He faced bigger opponents, faster games, more demanding tactics. The club wanted him to adapt to pressure early, to develop not just skill but resilience. And through all those youth games, he kept showing the same things: close control, daring dribbles, sharp passes, the instinct to take responsibility, to ask for the ball when others hid. Around 2022, something remarkable happened. Xavi Hernandez, now Barcelona's first-team coach, made a special request. He asked for this teenager, still officially an under-19 player, to begin training with the senior squad. It was a major signal. When a head coach invites a 15-year-old into first-team training, it means he sees more than promise. He sees readiness. Training with the first team is different from youth games. The pace is faster. The physical contact is stronger. The pressure is constant. You are sharing the pitch with players who have lived Champions League nights, World Cup campaigns, title races. But when Lamine stepped onto those training pitches, he did what he always did. He asked for the ball. He tried to take on defenders far older than him. He looked for creative combinations, quick 1-2s, risky passes, and made them look natural. Behind closed doors, the first team players saw a kid with braces on his teeth, but steel in his heart. They saw a teenager who didn't shrink. That mattered. Then came April 29th, 2023. Barcelona were playing Real Betis in La Liga. The game was under control. On the bench sat a 15-year-old wearing the first team shirt. When Xavi called his name, history moved. Lamine Yamal stepped onto the pitch at 15 years, 9 months, and 16 days old. In that moment, he became the youngest player ever to debut for FC Barcelona's first team, breaking a record from 1922. The stadium saw a teenager. Rocafonda saw their boy. Barcelona saw their future. He did not score that day, but he did something deeper. He proved he belonged.
No panic, no freezing.
Just a young winger playing his game. After that debut, the door did not close. For many kids, a first appearance is a brief glimpse of the dream, and then patience. For Lamine, it was the beginning of staying. The 2023-24 season arrived. Officially, he was registered with Barca's B team. In reality, he stayed close to the first team, training and playing under Xavi's eye. During that season, records continued to fall. In October 2023, against Granada, he scored his first La Liga goal. That goal made him the youngest goalscorer in La Liga's modern history. A 16-year-old left-footed winger cutting in and finishing, leaving a mark in league history. Across 2023-24, he played 50 games for Barcelona's first team, scoring 7 goals. He became the youngest player ever to reach 50 appearances for the club. Remember, some professionals never reach 50 games for Barcelona. He did it before turning 17. While his club career was exploding, another chapter began: his international journey. Through his parents, Lamine had options. He could have represented Morocco. He could have represented Equatorial Guinea. But he chose Spain, the country where he was born, raised, and trained. On September 8, 2023, Spain played Georgia in a Euro 2024 qualifying match. The scoreline would end 7-1. But the more important number that day was his age. At 16 years and 57 days old, Lamine Yamal stepped onto the pitch for Spain's senior national team. He became the youngest player ever to represent Spain. And then he scored in his first game, instantly becoming Spain's youngest goal scorer in history. One night, 2 national records. The world took notice. Soon, Euro 2024 arrived. And among the youngest, the most watched, was Lamine. In Spain's opening match against Croatia, he started. At 16 years and 338 days old, he became the youngest player ever to appear at a European championship. On one side of the pitch, established stars with years of top-level football. On the other side, a teenager from Rocafonda, calm under the weight of history. As the tournament went on, his influence grew. He wasn't just a passive piece. He was a creator. He took on defenders, made chances, and played with the fearlessness of street football on the biggest stage. Then came the semi-final against France. Spain fell behind. The pressure was enormous. The world watched, waiting for an answer. Lamine stepped up. With a moment of brilliance, he curled an equalizer into the far corner. The ball left his left foot like a message. He became the youngest goal scorer in European Championship history. That goal changed the match. Spain went on to win and reach the final. On July 14, 2024, one day after his 17th birthday, Lamine played in the Euro 2024 final against England. Spain won the tournament. He was named Young Player of the Tournament. At 17, he was already a continental champion, a record breaker, a symbol of Spain's new generation. Back in Barcelona, 2024-25 brought even more growth. The club changed coaches. Hansi Flick came in bringing a new style, new ideas. Under Flick, Lamine became not just a promising youngster, but a central figure in Barcelona's attack. He scored 18 goals and delivered 21 assists across all competitions. Those numbers would be impressive for a season forward. For a teenager, they were exceptional. Barcelona dominated domestically that season. They won La Liga. They won the Copa del Rey. They won the Supercopa de España. He became the youngest player ever to reach 100 appearances for Barcelona. He became the youngest goal scorer in a Clásico against Real Madrid. In the biggest rivalry of Spanish football, his name entered the history books early. His performances caught the eye of the entire football world. In October 2024, at the Ballon d'Or Gala in Paris, he received the Copa Trophy, an award for the best under-21 player in the world. At just 17, he was officially recognized as the outstanding young footballer of his generation. Then, in 2025, he did something nobody had done before. He won the Copa Trophy a second time in consecutive years. 2 years in a row, the football world was saying, among all young players, this one stands above. By 18, he was already in Ballon d'Or conversations. He finished as runner-up for the main award, something incredibly rare for such a young player. Barcelona moved to secure their future with him. They extended his contract long-term, with a commitment into the next decade. They gave him the iconic number 10 shirt, a number once worn by Ronaldinho, by Messi. With that number on his back, the symbolism grew. A new 10 for a new era. Through all this, he kept pointing back to Rocafonda 304. After goals, he celebrated with the 304 gesture, 3 fingers, a 0 formed by thumb and finger and 4 fingers, his way of carrying his block onto the biggest stages. He did not forget. In interviews and profiles, writers repeated the details. A boy from one of Spain's most deprived neighborhoods. The son of a mother from Equatorial Guinea and a father from Morocco. Spotted in concrete parks. Walked into Barcelona by his father's hand and a simple question. Moved into La Masia, even though he lived nearby, because it was the center of his development. They called him King of the 304, a symbol of his rise from humble beginnings to Barcelona's front line. They called him from Rocafonda to rock star. They called him an artistic genius, a player whose movements felt like something more than athleticism. By mid-2026, he was preparing for his first World Cup final with Spain at just 19 years old. Articles described him as one of the best players in world football. It was not hype. It was observation. Now let's slow down and look at what kind of player he is and why his style fits the story. Lamine Yamal usually plays as an inverted right winger, left-footed, attacking from the right side. From there, he can receive wide, face defenders and decide. Cut inside to shoot, combine, or dribble along the line. His game is built on close control. The ball seems attached to his foot when he moves in tight spaces. He uses feints, small touches, body shifts to slide past defenders. Coaches and journalists talk about his trickery with the ball, his ability to create chances even when surrounded. He sees passes others don't. From the wing, he can slip a through ball between defenders or cut back accurately into dangerous areas. That creativity, that vision, is partly why Barcelona trust him so much with attacking responsibility. He takes set pieces. He demands the ball under pressure. In big matches, Clásicos, knockout games, finals, he still plays his natural game, instead of hiding. All of this comes from somewhere, from hours in the park, from faster games in La Masia, from learning under pressure, from living with expectations that would drown many. But his story isn't just about football qualities. It's about identity and what he represents. He represents a new Spain, multicultural, diverse, built from families with different origins and shared dreams. He represents the idea that genius can come from anywhere, including the blocks that society often ignores. He represents La Masia's continued power to find and develop talent for the highest level. He also represents a new type of pressure. In the age of social media, every touch is analyzed. Every game is clipped, Posted, replayed. Young players become global stars before adulthood. For someone like Lamine, this means living as both teenager and symbol. You can imagine what that feels like. Braces on your teeth, yet defenders twice your age trying to kick you off the ball. Being a teenager, yet reading your name next to legends in Ballon d'Or lists. Walking the streets as a kid, but seeing your face on posters as a national hero. Managing that is part of his history too. So far, he has met it with performances and with humility. His journey is also about choices. He chose Spain when he could have chosen Morocco or Equatorial Guinea. He chose to stay at Barcelona and grow inside the club rather than chasing early moves elsewhere. He chose to honor his roots publicly, not hide them. He chose to take responsibility early, not wait until he was older. Every choice shaped his path. When you tell his story over 4 hours, you can go deep into each chapter. You can spend time in Rocafonda, describing the feel of the neighborhood, the sense of being from a place called deprived and showing its talent. You can linger on his parents' origins, on what it means to be a child of immigrants in Spanish football. You can use the UNICEF photo with Messi as a powerful metaphor, 2 eras touching for a brief moment, a hint of continuity. You can describe La Masia's culture, its history, its values, and how Lamine fit into that picture. You can recreate his debut day, the stadium noise, the substitution, the feeling of watching a 15-year-old step onto the pitch. You can narrate his Spain debut and goal, the headlines, the reactions. You can walk through Euro 2024 game by game, showing how a teenager became a key figure in a champion's journey. You can explore the domestic treble, the Copa trophies, the Ballon d'Or night, the contract extensions, the number 10 shirt. You can sit with the idea of a 19-year-old preparing for a World Cup final, carrying genius, labels, and expectations. Between all these events, you can speak about themes: talent and opportunity, poverty and possibility, pressure and performance, roots and identity. Because Lamine Yamal's history is more than a list of matches and trophies. It is proof that sometimes the kid playing in the park across the street from a concrete block can grow up and move nations with the way he touches a ball. And as of 2026, his story is still being written. He is 19. He has already done things many players never do. But his career is just beginning. We don't yet know all the chapters that will follow. How many titles? How many goals? How many masterpieces on the pitch? What we do know is this. From Esplugues Llobregat to Rocafonda 304, from CF La Torrida to La Masia, from debuting at 15 for Barcelona to scoring at 16 for Spain, from Euro 2024 champion to World Cup contender, Lamine Yamal has already placed his name in football history. The boy who once watched his father and cousin play in a park now plays in the greatest stadiums in the world. The child who stood next to Messi in a photo now wears the same colors and the number that carries so much weight. The kid from 304 now points back to it every time he celebrates, reminding us all that greatness can grow in any soil. For now, this is the story we have. The rest will come. And when it does, football will remember that it once watched a teenager from Rocafonda take his first steps into history and never look back.